Welcome, welcome. I'm Dee, and this is a Single Mom and Guided Life where I try to navigate through finances, motherhood, being single, and everything in between. And I bring you guys along for the journey to hold me accountable. Okay? All right. This is going to be a mid-month check-in on our budget, on our challenges, and we're going to get right into it. I got the budget binder out here, and this is the budgeting sheets that I created for myself, as well as there are some budgeting sheets that I have purchased that I use within my budget setup. So let me tell y'all, I was supposed to be on vacation this week from my 9 to 5, and we were planning to go away, but Papa had a court day situation, and so that kind of put a damper because it was in the middle of the week. Okay, so I canceled all vacation plans, and I did consider just leaving after the court date and then, going, but I felt like I had to make a choice of going, and I had already promised not one, not two, but 3 individuals that if I had time within this month, I was going to come visit them. And so since it was cut short, that's where we were at. So I decided just to stay in my area and stay home. But I have been out there working my side gig, so nothing's lost. It is not Thursday. It is going so fast. And this time that I'm using is actually time that I accumulated last year, or not accumulated because we don't accumulate. We get a set amount of vacation days, paid and unpaid, for a calendar year, and you have to use it up before April of the following year. So this is actually a week of vacation that actually I was part of my last year vacation time that I had set aside for this week anyway. But usually I always set time for the month of April because that's the last month, or I push all my time there, and then it's used way before December of that year. But because of the pandemic and working from home, it kind of pushed a lot of my vacation days out, and I was able to still use my old vacation time for this year anytime I put in. So I think I'm going to use one day thus far for 2021-22 vacation. So that is what it is. So with that being said, let's get into this. The mid-month check-in of my budget, basically I just look at my financial goals first to determine, hey, how's it going? What's going on? Let's talk about it. So for SBL2, I am so happy I made a decision, and I'm going to share later on what I actually did for this particular loan. So we are on task to meet that. For my June trip sinking fund of $160 is still in the works. I still need to work out some things because even though I've been on vacation this week and I should have had plenty of time to do, budgeting things, I was doing other stuff like filling in doctor appointments and I was, might as well do it because they're going to request to see me anyway this year because, that's what they do. And then some other things for Papa, and then some things for myself. So next thing is about the bills. So at this current time, the internet has been charged to my credit card. The rent has been deducted out of my account. The payers plan has been deducted out of my account. And it actually has posted to the case. So I'm not sure if it was because this is supposed to be the last month. The trustee is a little bit on top of his game because usually it takes weeks, but it hasn't. I haven't checked, but is today the 8th? It's Thursday, but it's today the 8th. Do my watch tell me what day it is? Somebody tell me what day it is. I know when y'all see this, it's not going to be the date, but it's funny for me to say that. I think today's the 8th. Yes, today is the 8th. And yes. And so streaming should have hit my credit card. So I'm going to put a check there, even though I haven't checked at all because I really haven't been checking. But yeah, the other bills that should have been paid within this check, because life insurance, which is going to hit my credit card tomorrow, the 9th, I didn't have to pay on credit card 1 because I had already paid that off before April budget. I did put in for my electric. I haven't checked to see if it cleared account, so I'm not going to put a check there. And I think that was the last bill. No. Okay, storage. Storage is going to come out on the 13th. And that on my credit card. So we're not going to worry about that. And for the ones that's going to come out on my credit card past today's date, the money has already been moved out of my monthly bill account to my credit card checking account. So just so you'll know. The water bill, I did go ahead and pay that earlier, the part of this week. And because I use a check, it's going to take a couple days, so it hasn't cleared account. So I'm not going to put a check on that. And that was the last bill that should have been taken out for this. So we're still in the thick of everything. And this is the reason why I prefer to break up my bills or like these different accounts. So I don't have to think, has this came out of this account? Because it's already pushed aside. It's out of the way. So yes. So there we go with that. Of course, I have gave to partial to giving. Everything hasn't been because I do the total for the month. Let's see. There was no new developments since my income breakdown. So let's go ahead and go into the spending record, which this is my envelope system spending record. So for the first week, we had like this bluish green color looks to me. And then the second week we have the pink. So this is all of the transactions. We're gonna pull this out and talk about this. I hope I'm in frame. Haven't checked that at all. Okay, so week 1 I budgeted $25 and I spent $24 and I left them with $1 remaining. Not week 2. For gas, I budgeted $60.77. I spent $27.50. I left them with $33.27. Groceries is $180. I spent $103.87. I left them with $76.13. Household was $40. I spent $35.17. That left me $4.83. Personal was $80. I spent $79 and it says 85 cents, but that can't be right because now how am I going to be left with 55 cents, ma'am? So I don't know why I put 85 there, but we're going to weigh that out because we know that is not true. And we're going to put 45 because we do know how to count. So that should make that right. And then for restaurants was 25. I spent $13.34 and remaining was $11.66. This total. Bring it into week 2, which we're currently in, and we're currently closing week 2 out because we're going into week 3, which is where we start over with our bi-weekly paychecks. So, and that's when we stuff these categories again. So for fun money was $1. Now, I don't know what you can do for $1 at this present time, but I did not use it. So we're going to go ahead and nothing was spent. So that's 0. So then for gas, it was $65.89. And we had that was the amount that we budgeted. Now it's different than the amount of $33.27 because we did have 2 deposits. So what happens is throughout the weeks I do deposit money for my side income to my gas sinking fund because I'm using it for my side income. So I always put that in. I don't have a predetermined amount that I put in until I actually do the side gigs, but when it's time I always make sure I account for that from week to week. So that's why that amount went up, that amount of dollars, because of those deposits. So I actually spent $29.57 and $33.13. So that is $62.70 for gas. Now for groceries, we started with $76.13 from the week before. I spent $20.99, $42.30, and $9.31. So that's $72.60 that was actually spent. Then we're going to go to the household category. I didn't spend anything week 2 because, I don't know what I can get for my household for $4.83, and I'm not trying to look for anything. Personal, of course, nothing I can do with that. 55 cents, so it wasn't spent. For restaurants, I did have 2 transactions. I went to Chick-fil-A and I went to Cookout, and so $11.11 was actually the amount that was spent. So let's go ahead and we're going to see what's remaining and what we're actually going to do with that. So for Fun Money, it's $1. For gas, we started with $65.89. We're going to minus 60. Well, we're going to do something, but I guess we're not going to do right. $62.70. Okay. Gotta get this right. Also, I am drinking on me some of the Charlie foam. That is so good, y'all. And so that leaves me with $3.19. And that is totally not right, because this said I should have $3.11 left. So let's make sure my math was right from the beginning. It says $62.70. So something's off. 33.27 plus 14, 47.27, 29.57, 17.70, 18.54, 36.24, 33.13. That's $3.11. So what's the dealio? What is the dealio? 33.27 plus 14 plus 18.54. Okay, that's the dealio. The dealio that this actually is 1 cent. That's the dealio. There we go. Now $62.70. That should leave us with $3.11. And that's why I love my little spending record, because my spending record keep me on track. So for groceries, it was $76.13. We spent $72.60. So that's $3.53 that's remaining. For gas, household, $4.83. Gross personal, I don't know why I'm going backwards, 55 cents. And $11.66 minus $11.11. That leaves me with 55 cents as well in that category. So the total amount that I have remaining for my cashless envelopes is $13.57. And I'm just going to double check my own math, because I just always have to. We have to check our math. Okay. So what happens to that $13.57? Of the $13.57 that's remaining, $10.46 will be allocated to the Zero Out Challenge. $3.11 will stay in the gas sinking fund. All right, we're going to put this back in since we're done with that. And then what I'll do before I do my income breakdown tomorrow in my cashless envelope stuffing, I'll just take these remaining amounts, put in the Zero Out transaction, because I haven't done that at this point, so I don't want to put it down as if I done it, forget it, then go like, where that money go to? So that's why I don't do anything until I actually doing it. So there we go. This is our sinking fund spending record, and it has been some spending, so let's get into it. Starting with car maintenance, the beginning balance was $135.63 because, of course, in March we had the work done on the car, so that brought that balance down. And additionally, I did a car wash and a deposit in interest. And so there was, for week 1, a positive $89.10 that went into this account. For gifts, I added $25 the first week. For health, I didn't add anything because this is my flexible spending account. So this is the amount that was remaining in that, plus I do have a portion that is cash. And what happens is sometimes the account itself, it automatically sends me reimbursements, but there's a discrepancy. So sometimes when I fill my prescription and they run it for the amount of the prescription, but that's not the amount I have to pay when I arrive. And so the system doesn't know that, and it automatically sends that money out. And so I just filter that to a separate account. And anytime I have medical reimbursements or medical expenses, I use that amount to actually spend from it, if that makes any sense. So with all that being said, another thing that I did was I actually zeroed out my sinking funds, and I'm kind of trying to do this on a weekly basis. So when my sinking funds have any change or anything of that sort, I am actually filtering that to what I refer to as a debt snowball. So that helps me with paying down debt as well. We'll see how that goes. We see if I want to continue to do that. Not all accounts will be affected by that in my sinking funds, but I thought I might as well try it out since I'm doing it with my envelope system, and we'll see how that goes down the line. So that's why it's like the 64 cents, because of that. I had interest and then I zeroed that out. I didn't do that for car maintenance. I didn't do the debt snowball for car maintenance, the zero out. For miscellaneous, I added $24.71. Papa was $250.04. And the initial deposit was $300, but we did have one expense for his college, and we had interest. For property, I added $15, and the interest of 1 cent was added. For taxes, $227 was added, plus 8-cent interest. For travel, weirdest thing, I got interest when there was nothing in this account because I had already moved it out. So I'm not really sure why I'm gaining interest on cents, but there was a 2-cent interest, I guess because up until a certain point some money was in there. I'm not sure. So now I have 1 cent that eventually I'm going to zero that out. For bill carryover, it was 68 cents the first week because I did the debt snowball, zero out, and then I did earn interest. So let's go into week 2, which is pink. So first and foremost is car maintenance. I went ahead and I told y'all, because I didn't want to do the math, I was going to get an oil change. So I got my oil change, and then I needed to do like a brake fluid exchange, and there was something in an air filter replacement, and that was something that was recommended the last time. And because I know it hadn't been done and it had been over a year since I had this vehicle, and I didn't put these brakes on, I don't know how long they've been on, I decided to go ahead and do that, at least that maintenance. So there was a charge of $178.29, which was brought down because it was like $207, but I was able to get it brought down because they gave me my military discount at the auto shop I go to. For gifts, I did take a portion of $3.89, and that was actually to go towards the support assist movement. And so there was some things like I had a fund for it, but I needed a little bit more money, so I moved it out of my gifts because it was a gift to myself. Health is $70.30 and $39. So $109.30, and that was for I believe a doctor's bill that's going to show up. I haven't received it, but when Papa went to the dentist to get his filling, I believe that they undercharged me, and I paid a portion, but they didn't charge me the correct amount. I haven't received the bill, and I was supposed to go there today, but I wasn't, feeling it. I wanted to do some stuff for myself today. So I wasn't feeling it. But I'm going to work on going to them tomorrow to see if there's a balance. And then the $70.30 that I was reimbursed, I'm just going to go ahead and pay that bill before they send it out. And I know this 30, and then I had my eye exam, and I chose to get the digital imaging this time versus being dilated. And I wish I didn't, because it was so stupid. Even though it helps my optometrist, is still a stupid thing. Just dilate my eyes and let me wear the blue blockers for the rest of the day. So $109.30 was deducted from that account on week 2. For miscellaneous, nothing was deducted, so I already know that. So I'm just going to put 0 here. For Papa, there has been some activity. $101.95. $50 and y'all probably can't see any of that. $129.60. So $281.55. We are closing in and closing out on his senior year. For property, of course, there was no spending. I do still need to send that money to my mom so she can get the grass cut and everything. So I need to work on that. I really do. For week 2, there was nothing added on my taxes, which it should have been. But like I said, I haven't been sitting down doing what I was supposed to do. And so that's where we left at. And let's go to travel. Of course, there was nothing done in travel. So let's put a 0 there. For bill carryover, there was some roundup action going on of 72 cents and 99 cents. And I believe that is, oh no, it was the last month was the last month for the roundup match. So I still have the roundup, but I don't have the match from the bank. So that is actually a positive of $1.71. All right, so a lot of spending in our sinking funds. That's what they're there for, to spend. And we got some work to do because we need to fill some of these back up. All right, so we did that. So let's go ahead and talk about the unbudgeted. So $288.49 is where we started. I had to actually balance the book in the beginning because for some reason the $7.49, which came from the lift of the month before, I must have misquoted that somehow, but it appeared after for some reason. So I end up, this balance, what actually was in this account, was $281. I did send a donation of $20, so that brought that down. I did do the support assist out of this, so it was something unbudgeted because I already supported one Etsy shop and I felt compelled to do it again. So I took from the unbudgeted because it wasn't budgeted. I needed me a pick-me-up lunch. And if you don't know what that is, it's where you just eat something that you know you're not supposed to eat because you're not feeling well because of bad news. So my bad news was simply I went to the doctor and the doctor kind of told me something that made me, think it uprooted some things. And so that same day was the day I needed to get the car work done, and it was a restaurant I've been trying to go back to, and it was near it, so I went. Okay, that's what we do. So there go pick me up lunch. Then there was a just because purchase because I was not factoring in a couple things. So I told y'all I'm on vacation this week, but why didn't I put that in my budget when it came to my spending? Because I felt like I wasn't going to spend because I wasn't going to leave. But I felt like I'm more compelled to spend more because I'm at home. Okay. So, and then I'm out and about. So I am spending more. Next thing is, I had an emergency nail appointment. So what that means is if you get your nails done for a very long time and depending on what you get, you need to give your nails a rest, okay? And if you're not sure when you need to get your nails a rest, is you'll feel like a a pull. You'll start feeling a pull in your nails, and you'll be like, what is that pull? And you'll keep messing with your hands and stuff like that. What's happening is your nails are dehydrated. They need to breathe. They've been covered up for a very long time. And I started to feel it about a week ago, and then I'll say 3 or 4 days ago, it felt like it was like really hurting. So I know I needed to go in to have the nails, which I had opted for acrylic. I've been doing acrylic because that's the only one that has been helping me with my nails lasting long, because we tried everything, gel, hard gel, it just wasn't happening. So we went to acrylic, but I know that I need to give my nails some rest when I'm using acrylic, and that's what I did. Additionally, what's that? So today is the 8th. I didn't like the way that my nails look, and I did try to do my own nails. And let me tell y'all, I'm right-handed, and because I'm right-handed, of course, it's my dominant hand. So because I lean more towards it, I honestly can't do a lot of things with my left, which includes holding a nail paintbrush to paint my nails. It's a hot mess. It used to be a point where I would have to do one nail, wait 5 minutes, do the second coat, wait 5 minutes, because it was like a lot of shaking. So I know that I needed to go in and get my nails done, because I wanted to just somebody look at the health of them as well. So I did find a new nail shop that I'm going to go to, which is technically the same nail shop as the other one because it's owned by the same people, but it's not as crowded. So I did stop in there today, and I simply wanted to get my hands done, but I went in and get my feet done because I was thinking about Tara, and I didn't want to admit that I still have my winter feet and I was not really caring about going into the nail shop because my focus was a little bit different. But I went today and got my feet and nails done. So let me go ahead and put in nail shop. And I picked up me some Dunkin' because I've been wanting to get a Charlie. I went ahead and got me a Charlie, and that was $3.21. So again, the reason why I'm not taking that away from restaurants and making that zero is because these are unbudgeted. I wasn't supposed to go there, and because I did not budget my vacation spending, this is what happens, okay? And so all this unbudgeted going on. So we left off $190.17. We spent $42, so that's $148.17 minus $3.21. So we have $144.96 that's going to carry over into our week 3 for our budget. So this is my mid-month check-in, y'all. I'm over here, living my best staycation life because on my unbudgeted little income, and you see I ain't got far to go, so you can't do too much. We got one more day and we should be good. All right, so let's go ahead and close this out. And we are in week 2 of the Make It Rain challenge. Make It Rain challenge. And we're gonna get some more of this. And if you're not familiar with the Make It Rain Savings Challenge, definitely check the Eye in the Sky where I linked the video that I talked about it. But basically, we are challenging ourselves again this month to not only save, but to constantly work on saving more than you saved the week before. So for week 1, I was able to save $241. We're in week 2, so we still don't have a number at this point, which is totally fine because we're still working on it. But I'm happy that of the progress of the week. I haven't really figured out how I'm going to split this up. If I'm going to follow the same model that I followed in the March Madness of the sinking fund for my trip, the debt, so on and so forth, because I still haven't decided. But we have figured out, we'll figure it out towards the end. So this is the update for the Make It Rain challenge. And if you are part of this, definitely let me know where you at this point with this setup. I think by this time, week 2 will have ended when this video posts. So tell me how much you have saved so far for this challenge. Another challenge I jumped on was the April Shower Saving Challenge. This challenge was introduced and created by Rab's Wallet here on YouTube and Instagram, and A Garden of Thoughts, which is also on YouTube and Instagram. So definitely check their channels out. And they came up with this April Shower Savings Challenge. So for every day in the month of April that it may rain or snow, put $10 towards a debt payment and color in the raindrop that day. Okay? If you are debt free, put $10 towards a favorite envelope of yours. And if you're on Instagram, use the hashtag April Showers Challenge. And definitely follow A Garden of Thoughts in Rab's Wallet and tag them so they can know about your progress. So let's talk about our progress. And just like I don't know how to stay in the lines, I don't know how to cut. So it's a little bit crooked going on, but we'll be fine. We should see everything. So it hasn't been raining here. So let's go ahead and put our little check marks down here. Now, it's supposed to rain today. It may come in later on this evening. Right now, at this recording, it's 5:25, probably not. No, it's 5:23. How am I watching my clock on my stove the same? I usually make sure my stove and my car clocks are like 5 to 10 minutes early to trick Papa, but this one either, I don't think my phone got the wrong time. We're going to check that after this, okay? But basically, it's supposed to rain all this weekend. So we're supposed to get rain Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Like I said, it still hasn't came in today. So, and we're still in the thick of it. So I won't put a X here or slash until we actually in this day and there's no rain. If there is rain, I'm going to color it in. And now it says put $10 towards a debt payment. Now for me, I don't know what debt I'll put this towards, because the debt I'm currently working on, you know, it comes from a different pot, should I say? But we'll figure it out. We will figure it out. So this is where I'm at with the April Shower Savings Challenge. And definitely let me know in the comments if you're participating in this, and how has it been going? Has it been raining or snowing where you're at? I foresee it not snowing in North Carolina. It was cold one day when I was like, whoa. it may snow here. Like, but no, it's just cold and windy. All right, I have taken up enough of your time. I'm definitely know this is going to be a long video. Probably cut some of it out. But yeah, if you're new to my channel, I would love for you to be part of my village. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. To all my returning subscribers, thank you. Everyone, hit that thumbs up, and please share this with your family, your friends, and your co-workers. Peace out.